A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the fourth and final day of the Takapoto Estate show jumping competition. We're coming to you live from the Bellevue Main Arena, where we are ready now to get underway with the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. This is going to be a very exciting class to watch. We have 26 combinations competing over the Michel Ismailun designed course, a fantastic course he set for our riders today, consisting of 18 obstacles with 22 efforts. So our first rider out on course is Catherine Van Tool. She rides Centovino, and we saw Catherine yesterday in the Diamond Lodge North Island area teams event, where she jumped 2 spectacular clear rounds for the Float Factory Central Districts team, who were the winners of the competition. So we have our first rider on course. All set to go. Time allowed is 146 seconds.
Counting down. Lights are on.
Well, over 5A and B, and with me in the judges' box is co-commentator Dave Nichols, as Catherine makes her way out of the gate over to the bank over the far side, over 2 jumps there.
So a very accomplished event rider as well is Catherine. Competed at Adelaide a few times. This time she's aboard Centovino by Eurosport Centavos. Comes to the Devil's Dyke. First combination at it now. Drops down over A, B and C. Lovely done there for Catherine. And sets up for a fairly tight turn after towards fence 11. Comes to the bank. Over 1 and 2. Time allowed for this is 1:46. It is a speed derby. Run under Table A conditions. Should we have an equality of faults at the completion of this, the time will be the determining factor. So it is against the clock.
Walking the course this morning, Dave, some of the riders were a little concerned at the Devil's Dyke. Those in the marquee can't really see it, but there is a large kind of tray with shavings underneath the second component of that combination there. But so far it's jumped well for Catherine.
Catherine's going to be absolutely stoked. I was talking to her yesterday and she was quite looking forward to jumping this. A little bit nervous about being first to go, but no reason to be so. She's all clear in 1:24.78. 1:24.78, and what a great way to start the Symes Memorial Speed Derby here in Bellevue Arena.
Well, our next rider to go, we welcome from Brazil, Alexander Dattel Kramer, here to compete in the Global Amateur Tour, and he rides Unique QT. Alexander, as I said, made the trip over from Brazil and is a businessman. He's jumped since he was 6 years old. He's 58 and was born in Porto Alegre in Brazil. He's the son of one of the founders of Sociedade Hípica Portuguesa, and he grew up and rode since he was a child. He's also a retailer. He's been the CEO of multinational retail companies in several countries and has won numerous national and international championships in the grassroots categories, and later as an amateur and master. On the Global Amateur Tour circuit, he's recently won the Brazil 2018 Team Silver In Argentina, the 2018 silver individual, and in New Zealand here last year, team silver and bronze individual. In 2019, he was gold individual champion in Mexico and finished with team silver and 5th individually in Morocco 2019.
So the Symes Memorial Speed Derby, 1 round against the clock. And now, seeing as how Catherine went clear, you have to jump clear and in a time faster than 1:24.78. So Catherine went out as the trailblazer, set a good time. I do believe it will be beatable at this stage in the course, Catherine being first out. And it's great to see Alexander here from Brazil, part of the Global Amateurs Tour, set up by not only one of our Kiwi riders, Lucy Alford, but a number of other gentlemen. A fantastic opportunity for amateur riders around the world to compete around the world. And what more of a beautiful place to come to than Takapoto Estate and the Bellevue Arena. Clear so far at 12A. And B is Alex. Six fences to go. Alexander Kramer and Unique QT. Symes Memorial Speed Derby. A couple of rails there at 14 and 15. But remember, this is not Alex's horse, picking up the ride only a couple of days ago when he arrived in New Zealand and comes to the lanes now.
125.26. 125.26.
So Unique QT and Alexander Kramer, total of 16 faults, and their time of 125.26. 125.26 and 16 penalties. Unique QT.
The bell goes for our third combination in the draw for this Symes Memorial Speed Derby. This is Monica Oakley on course now. She's an event rider based in Karaka, and so she's another one who I'm sure will make short work of this course designed by Michel Ismailon. Monica's a New Zealand high performance squad member, and this morning she rides Artist, an 8-year-old thoroughbred gelding by Guillotine out of Maximore, bred by Windsor Park Stud Limited. So this course set by Michel Ismailon, riding very nicely at this stage.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
And longer than the normal show jumping course. So after 5A and B, takes the riders out of the arena, so they go through the APL direct track.
Okay, riders, if we could please have you up here for the prize giving. Jessie, Georgie,
and
if you could come up here, please.
Defense coming up now.
So Monica and Artist at the Devil's Dyke now. If you are here around the Bellevue Arena, by all means make your way around the outside of the arena and head down and see this beautiful course. Pop down and see the Devil's Dyke. See what it's all about. There is 26 combinations to go. Current leader Catherine Van Til on Centavino, 0 faults, 124.78. Monica and Artist. Just having a couple of rails there, one at the Devil's Dyke and the bank. Also a very accomplished eventing rider is Monica. She'll be out later on one of her top eventers in Acrobat, the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. 1 round against the clock. Go fast and go clear. You've got a very good chance of going home with a very big check. 2 from home. The Takapoto Estate Pinot Noir wine bottles, and then to the Takapoto Estate Oxa over the last 4. Monica Oakley, a board artist. So a total of 16 and a time of 1:37.22. 1:37.22 and a total of 16 for Monica Oakley, a board artist.
Well, Catherine Van Tuyl still the only rider with a clear round, but we go now to Emma Gaze, who was last year's winner of this class with this horse, Woodland Bug, an 11-year-old warm blood gelding by Prestige VDL out of Bushbug. Emma is based in Ohaupo. She's a radiographer at Waikato Hospital, and she and her mum Wendy breed some lovely horses out of their broodmare Bushbug. So you'll notice that each of their horses has Bug after its name. So this is Woodland Bug, and Emma will come in later on her other horse, Ko-Fi Bug. So the winner of last year's Symes Memorial Derby, will she be able to reclaim her title?
So as you heard Fiona saying as well, that Emma won this class last year. And she will be keeping the time and the speed up.
So here we have the
the
winners and place getters of the mini prix. So congratulations to Jessie Linton. Good job,
Jessie. A
Jessie.
bit of a chip there.
Super competitive, nice ride back. And another huge congratulations to Georgie.
Head down fence 8. It is a flagged obstacle. Got an option there at 9, the planks or the skinny gate. A little bit hesitant is Woodland Bug, comes to the butterflies. She's keeping the time tight, but does have to jump clear. Catherine made sure of that if anyone wants to beat her, they have to jump clear, and they will have to go relative. .26 combinations to go. Four from home for Emma and Woodland Bug. The time is 1:24.78. That's the time to beat at the moment. It comes to the Takapoto Estate wine bottles. There's a rail there, does Emma, so she won't go back to back, but she could still get in a place. Total of 8 for Emma. Their time, though, is quicker, 1:21.85. So we know the time can be beaten. The time set by Catherine Van Tuyl. The time can be beaten, but they need to jump clear. Emma Gaze and Woodland Bug finish on 8 faults in a time of 1:21.85.
Well, at this stage, Dave, that does pop Emma into second place behind Catherine, and she's the only one who's managed to beat Catherine's time at this stage of the competition. So I'm sure she knows now what pace she needs to keep, and she'll be back to do better with her second horse, Ko-Fi Bug, as we get towards the end of the draw. But next to go is Bailey Rutter. She's number 5 in the draw, and Bailey rides Henton Serenade, a 9-year-old Hanoverian mare by Satisfaction out of Distancia.
So Bailey and Hinton Serenade come to fences 6 and 7. The CWD vertical, and then down to the green Oxer. They'll go up the little bank. You'll see the Maserati jump stands at the top there. They need to canter through those, down the bank, and then set up for this vertical. It is a plank set on very, very flat cups. They've got the option there to jump the left or the right option, the little gate or the planks. Nicely through the Devil's Dyke. Not something that's seen very often in New Zealand is a Devil's Dyke, but doesn't seem to be causing any too major issues this year. Drops off the bank at 12A and B. 6 fences from home. And just on the 4 faults at this stage. Bailey aboard Hinton Serenade. Hinton Serenade, bred by the Sutton family in Pukekohe, Hinton Lodge and Averians. 2 from home. Takapoto Estate, Central Otago Pinot Noir wine bottles, and that lovely Takapoto Estate Oxer to finish with. Well, that's our third 16-fault round. This time Bailey, Rutter and Hinton Serenade. 16 faults in a time of 129.49.
The grey horse on course now. HNS Pintado in Veto for Briar Kirkby. Briar has made the trip from Taupo, currently studying law at Waikato University and works in the family law practice in Taupo. She also does personal training on the side when she's not busy with the horses. HNS Pintado in Veto, an 8-year-old gelding by Pintado Desperado out of Mist, bred and owned by the Kirkby family.
Heads out of the main part of Bellevue Arena does Briar. HNS Pintado in Veto comes to the CWD vertical now, the top end of Bellevue Arena. As we said, the time allowed for this is 146 seconds. And at the moment, Catherine Van Til holds the lead, 0 penalties, and a time of 124.78. We know the time can be beaten, but they do have to jump clear. Has to be clear and a time quicker than 124.78 to get their hands anywhere near the $2,000 first prize. Briar Kirkby and HNS Pintado in Veto. Not liking the look of the green Oxer at the top of Bellevue Arena. As we said, those of you that are here around the Bellevue Arena on this lovely Takapoto estate, make your way around the side of the arena and have a look at this wonderful derby course. Pop down to the lake end or the northern end of Bellevue Arena and have a look at this Devil's Dyke. It's not something that's very common in New Zealand. So when you get a chance, pop down and have a look. Briar's going through the Devil's Dyke now. And safely through there is Briar. Six from home now for Briar and HNS Pintado in Veto. Comes to this line, coming away from the in-gate. Heads to the Pahutakawa double. Well, that's an unfortunate elimination there for Briar Kirkby and HNS Pintado in Vito. So with 6 combinations that have gone so far in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby, 1 round against the clock, and you have to go clear. The current leader is Catherine Van Til and Centavino. 1:24.78 is the time to beat and clear.
Our next combination on course number 8 in the draw is Amanda Elston. Amanda is from Auckland. She's a full-time rider, farmer and mum, married to farrier Adam, and rides Verdello, a 10-year-old thoroughbred gelding by Littorio, out of the Showstopper, homebred horse of Amanda's. When she's not busy running the small beef and sheep farm, she says she has a menagerie of other pets and is also very much into the breeding.
Amanda also an eventer here in New Zealand. So Verdello, very accomplished to going across country, as we say it. But being in a show jumping arena, a little bit unhelpful down towards the Devil's Dyke. And represents now does Verdello and Amanda Elston. Well, that's an elimination there for Verdello and Amanda Elston, not wanting to have a bar of the Devil's Dyke as Verdello for Amanda Elston. And Symes Memorial Speed Derby set at 1:25 m, and it's great to have Anne's sister Jackie here on the grounds surrounding the Bellevue Arena for the Symes Memorial Speed Derby.
The bell goes for our next combination in this derby. This is Qian Cooper on course now. He's based in Takapoto, north of the Waikato. Has had a lot of success at the young rider levels. He won the Big Red Trophy at Horse of the Year back in 2016, which is awarded to the winner of the Young Rider of the Year. And this morning he rides Pythia, a 9-year-old warm blood mare by Lindbergh de Hiet out of Sinako. And Qian's done very well with this horse in a lot of the speed classes around the circuit this season. He was the winner of the North Island Speed Horse at the North Island Champs in Pukekohe in November last year, and has won other speed classes too. So he'll certainly be aiming to be up on Catherine Van Til's time. The question is whether he goes clear. The course riding very well so far. Just first horse, Amanda Elston's horse, the first one to have a little protest at the Devil's Dyke. And a rail down at the CWD fence at number 6, for those of you who can't quite see over to the bank. Chooses to jump the skinny gate and coming to the Devil's Dyke, and Pythia also says no thank you very much. Some of these show jumpers won't have seen a Devil's Dyke before. They've had some familiarization yesterday afternoon, but Pythia saying absolutely no way.
It's almost yesterday now. So a couple of little issues there at the Devil's Dyke for Qian and Pythia. Former Young Rider of the Year winner was Qian on one of his other mounts. 6 to go for Qian Cooper aboard Blythe. The Symes Memorial Speed Derby set at 1 metre 25. One left to go for Blythe, and Qian Cooper heads to the last, the big Takapoto oxer. Total of 28 faults and a time of 1:41.72. 28 for Qian Cooper aboard Blythe.
Well, still inside the time allowed of 1:46 despite the disobediences. But yes, as David said, unfortunately, a total of 28 faults. So the bell goes for Clark Johnston, New Zealand's top eventer. Did us proud at the Rio Olympics, where he finished in 6th place individually and 4th in the team event, making him New Zealand's best place individual. He is the only Kiwi rider to have been a member of ESNZ high performance squads in both eventing and show jumping. And he's won all of New Zealand's significant 3-star titles. Also won the 5-star event in Adelaide and was 5th at badminton in 2016. This morning he rides the first of his 2 horses, Aces High, a 10-year-old thoroughbred gelding, owned by Clark and his parents Rob and Jean.
So Clark will have seen the time of Emma Gay's of 1:21.85. So knowing full well that Catherine's time of 1:24.78 is beatable on Aces High. Clark Johnston needs to jump clear in a time quicker than 1:24. Needs to keep travelling the speed derby. Needs to keep travelling at around about 400 metres a minute to average. But needs to mix that with a clear jumping round. Jumps down the Devil's Dyke on Aces High, as Fiona said earlier as well. Rode at Rio Olympics aboard Balmoral Sensation, known as the Snowman at home. Looking to head over to Europe at the completion of the New Zealand season is Clark. Taking a team of horses, no doubt with Tokyo 2020 in mind. Six from home, Clark Johnston aboard Aces High. Time to beat 1:24.78, but has to jump clear. Clark knowing full well that there is some tough competition coming later in this class. Not only is Clark's other ride, we've got Kirsten Worker, who is very quick against the clock. Comes to the last now, does Clark on Aces High. Well, it's clear jumping for Clark Johnston and Aces High. The time to beat was 1:24.78, and if you look into the sparkly trees just down there by Clark Johnston, you'll see the time stating 1:31.60. So he is slower and slots him into second place. Catherine keeps the lead. Catherine Till aboard Santavino hold the lead as we go to our next combination.
Blythe Tape is on course now. Full-time rider, double world and Olympic champion, and was inducted into the Horse of the Year Hall of Fame recently as well. He rides Xanthus III, Belgian warm blood gelding by Kidam de Revel out of My Lady von Het Pannehof.
We go from one Olympian to another. From Clark to Blythe. Blythe Tape, Cynthia's 3. And Symes Memorial Speed Derby 125. 1 round against the clock. You have to jump clear if you want to take home the prize money put on offer. And Symes Memorial Speed Derby. 1 round against the clock. Jump clear, jump faster than 124.78 at this stage, and you will go into the lead. Blythe Tape aboard Cynthia's 3. They set up for the light tower. Come now to the Devil's Dyke. Gives him an aggressive ride. Just slides there a bit, does Cynthia's. He represents now Blythe Tape to the Devil's Dyke. Clear through it the second time. Sets up to jump fence 12A and B. Pops up the bank. 2 strides and off. The GH Mum bank. Six from home now. Blythe Tape aboard Cynthia's 3. Nicely through the Pahudakawa double is Blythe. And heads to the Takapoto wine barrels. Takapoto Estate show jumping. Week 1 of the 2-week competition. APL Takapoto Estate show jumping. Over the last 4, Blythe. Well, it's just the 4 faults for Blythe Tape. Blythe's time of 1:45.45. So he's just over half a second inside the time allowed. He'll finish on the 4 faults, and that will, at this stage, slot him into 3rd place.
Well, we're just about at the halfway mark now in the Ann Symes Memorial Speed Derby. Just the 2 clear rounds at this stage from Catherine Van Tuyl, still holding on to the lead, followed by Clark Johnston in 2nd place. Those 2 clear rounds. And as Dave said, Blythe Tate slotting there into 3rd on 4 faults. One of our younger riders on course now, this is Kate Hudson, and she's based in Auckland. She's studying a Bachelor of Property at Auckland Uni, and she's also a student helicopter pilot, so quite an accomplished young lady, and an experienced eventer as well. She was National Eventing Junior Rider One-Day Champion in 2017 and was the winner of the Junior Eventing Series 2017 as well. She spent half a year in 2018 working overseas for British event rider Holly Woodhead in England and Ireland. Kate's done well in the Young Rider Series with her horse Idle D and was 3rd in yesterday's Young Rider class. She rides Miss Poppet, an 11-year-old thoroughbred cross mare by Grasshopper out of Gallobet, bred by Joanne Bridgman.
So 6 to go for Kate aboard Miss Poppet. And Symes Memorial Speed Derby, 1 round against the clock. Bellevue Arena at the APL Takapoto Estate show jumping competition. Week 1 of the 2-week long show. And couple of rails down the line there. Heads to fence 17 now. 2 from home for Kate Hudson aboard Miss Poppet. Time to beat was our first combination. There, Catherine Van Til aboard Centre Vino. They did a time of 1:24.78. So a total of 44 there for Kate and their time of 1:35.39. 1:35.39 and a total of 44.
Well, Sally Kinchef receives her bell now, number 14 in the draw. And Sally aboard the 10-year-old thoroughbred cross mare Request by Quantum out of Genesis, bred by Tony and Lois McAllister. Sally has made the trip from Rotorua this weekend. She's in her second year studying a Bachelor of Building Science at Victoria University in Wellington. We have 8 placings for this class, and at the moment, sitting in 8th is Qian Cooper with Pythia on 28 faults. So to be in the money, you need to have fewer than 28 faults, and to take home the first place prize money of $2,000, you need to be clear and quicker than 124.78 seconds. So she's through the double now, makes her way out of the Bellevue main arena, coming up to the CWD fence. Wonderful to have Penny Stevenson supporting with the CWD fence there. Through that and up the bank. And she'll have to go through the Maserati wings. That counts as fence number 8 or obstacle 8. She opts to do the skinny gate.
Nicely through the Devil's Dyke there for Sally aboard Request. Up and over 12A and B. Over the Liverpool. So just a reminder, those of you that are around the Bellevue Arena, you are welcome to go around the outside of the arena and have a look at this beautiful course that is in the Bellevue Arena. Come down and have a look at the Dyke and the bank. 2 from home for Sally and Request. The Takapoto Estate, Oxa. Well, it was a quick enough time to go to the lead, but unfortunately with the 12 faults for Sally, their time of 1:24.67, slightly quicker than our current leader, Catherine Van Til, but unfortunately not clear. That will leave Catherine Van Til at this stage in the lead, the Anne Symes Memorial Speed Derby.
Well, we go back up the draw now to number 7 and making her way to the start. This is Olivia Dalton, a little held up over in the other arena. And this morning she rides Cheyenne, a horse bred by Daniel Webb, 9-year-old warm blood thoroughbred cross mare by Eurosports and Tavos out of Minka. A new partnership this season for Olivia. Olivia, one of our top young riders in New Zealand. She's on the ESNZ Young Rider squad this season. She was also part of the team, the New Zealand team that won the Trans-Tasman Young Rider test just last month.
Heads through the Maserati gate wings there, it does Olivia. Hops over the light towers. Little refusal there at the Devil's Dyke. As we said, not a common jumped obstacle in New Zealand is the Devil's Dyke. Over A, B and C. She gets through the Devil's Dyke, does Olivia, aboard Cheyenne.
Well, you can see she's picked up her speed now. She knows she's on 12 penalties, and at this stage she's still got a chance to be in the top 8 placings. So some of the riders do this, Dave, don't they? When they have a couple of rails down or pick up some faults, they still got a chance for a podium finish if they're quick.
Yeah, that's right, especially with the way this class is going at the moment. So it's going to look as if it could be 8 faults and less at this stage that'll end up in the presentation arena. Total of 16 for Olivia and Cheyenne. 16 jump faults in their time of 1:34.41. Still keeps them inside the top 10 at the moment of the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. Set at 1:25. 1 round against the clock. You have to jump clear now to go anywhere near taking the win. And the time has to be quicker than 1:24.78. That's the time to beat, set by our first combination out. Catherine Van Til on Centavino. The luxury or the disadvantage of going out first is that you have to set the time to beat, and now everyone has to come out and beat you. And at this stage, they haven't been able to do so.
Well, the 16 faults does pop Olivia into 8th place at this stage. Her 16 faults quicker than Monica Oakley's 16 faults, but that could very well change. We've still got a fair number of combinations to go, another 12. And making his way around the course very quickly now is Jeremy Whale. Jeremy runs Diamond Lodge with his partner Sam Matthews, based in Cambridge, breaking in and pre-training thoroughbreds. So Jeremy's at the track every morning. He knows how to go quick, and he rides AMS Ajaccio NZPH, normally competed by young Lichelle Small, 10-year-old sport horse mare by Calvaro Z out of Shiraz NZPH.
Nicely through the Devil's Dyke there for Jeremy. So the thing he needs to balance up now is he quick enough to A, beat Catherine's time at this stage and put the pressure on everyone else left to go. He still has to jump clear. And I'm getting told that that's the commentator's kiss of death up here from Jeremy's fan club. It's a tough act, though. You win the speed class, you've got a time in your mind that you need to beat, and you either go for a quick clear or you go for a nice gentle clear. With only 2 clears so far, finish clear and you may well finish in the top 5 at the moment in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. Well, very, very quick time for Jeremy and AMS Ajaccio NZPH. Their time of 1:19.47. So 5 seconds quicker than our current leader, Catherine, but unfortunately 12 faults slots them into 5th at this stage. Jeremy Whale and AMS Ajaccio.
That's right, Dave. And the rails that Jeremy had were all later rails, 13, 14 and 16. And some of these show jumpers perhaps not quite used to the longer courses. You'll see the eventers haven't had too much of an issue, but some of the show jumpers are used to maybe 12 obstacles. We've got 18 jumps with about 22 efforts in this course, so it is very long. And so they might just not be as fit as the eventing horses. We've got Vicki Ridley over the first 4 fences now, riding Mosaic 2. Vicki is from Karaka up in Auckland. And Mosaic 2, a 12-year-old thoroughbred gelding by Postponed, out of Splashed.
Heading up the bank now to fence 8 is Vicki and Mosaic 2. Through the Maserati jump stands. It's not an actual jump there, but it is a flagged obstacle, so they do need to go through them. And comes to the Devil's Dyke now. Mosaic 2 and Vicki Ridley. They sit on 8 faults at the moment. Up and over the GH Mum bank for Vicki Ridley and Mosaic 2. Six obstacles left to go. Mosaic 2 and Vicki Ridley in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby here in this beautiful Bellevue Arena at the APL Takapoto Estate Show Jumping Carnival. 2 weeks of fantastic competition. Week 1 just about to come to an end. We kick off again on a Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday are rest and recovery days. Heads now towards the Takapoto Estate Oxa for the last. Vicki Ridley and Mosaic 2. .129.53 is the time and 8 faults for Vicki Ridley. She goes into 5th place at this stage, and Symes Memorial Speed Derby still holding the lead. Our first combination out, Centavino and Catherine Van Til. Can they make it a very successful trip up from Manawatu aboard Centavino? Catherine Van Til, 124.78 holds the lead.
And our 8th place at the moment is our quickest 16-faulter, Alex Kramer, who's made the trip over from Brazil. So whether he stays there remains to be seen. I have a feeling with the field that is still to come that we'll be saying farewell to Alexander fairly soon. This is Samantha McGuire now, making her way around to fence number 3, the St Andrew's Cathedral. Beautiful wings here. One of the very pretty buildings based in Cambridge. And she rides the 10-year-old warm-blood gelding Starlight Dalaman by De Montes LS out of Lakota, bred by Starlight Farms. So she's through that double now and does the left turn out of the Bellevue main arena, heading up to the CWD fence at number 6.
Well, an unfortunate rail there for Sam, and Starlight Dalaman heads now to the light towers. Comes now to the Devil's Dyke. Well, an unfortunate elimination there at the Devil's Dyke for Samantha and Starlight Dalaman. So as it stands now, Catherine Van Til holds the lead. 9 combinations left to go. Catherine holds the lead with 124.78 and clear. And Symes Memorial Speed Derby. Where will the trophy go this year?
Well, I think that's the second victim, Dave, that the Devil's Dyke has claimed today. A few riders were nervous as they walked the course, and you probably can't see from the Bellevue marquee, but there is a tray underneath the second part of the Devil's Dyke with some shavings in it. So I think a lot of the horses looking at that and not being terribly confident as they come through. So coming round to the start flags now, the Takapoto wine bottles at fence number 1. Bernard Denton, Horse Sports, Iron Walter. Bernard is from Manawatu. He's a farrier and horse trainer. He's had a long and successful show jumping career. He was the winner of the World Cup final back in 2009 and was second in the World Cup final in 2011. He was also the New Zealand show jumping farrier that accompanied the show jumping team to the 2008 Olympics. Horse Sports Iron Walter, 9-year-old gelding by Windale Trumps out of Craighaven, Dallas, owned by Linda Verbicus.
Just the top rail off the skinny gate there for Bernard at the Lighthouse, fence 9. Horse Sports, I Am Walter and Bernard Denton. They are 6 from home in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. Set at 1.25 m. Comes to the Pahudakawa double. Over A and B. Beautiful horse heads is fence 16, and then they go to the Takapoto wine bottles. Central Otago Pinot Noir from 2012. Heads to the last.
125.22. 125.22.
Oh, he started off, man on a mission, did Bernard Denton on Horse Sports I Am Walter. He flew the first. Unfortunately, one rail low, but a very quick time of 125.22 puts him at this stage into 3rd place. Unofficial, of course, puts him into 3rd place. Still behind our leader and our first combination out, Catherine Van Til aboard Centavino. Clear in 124.78. That's the time to beat.
Well, another one of our very successful and competent young riders out on course now. This is Samantha Carrington, number 19 in the draw. She's a 16-year-old student at Fielding High School, and she rides the 9-year-old mare Double J Breeze On by Eurosports and Tavos out of Double J Breeze, bred and owned by Wendy Jacobs. And Samantha helps to train and produce a lot of the Double J horses. She's had a great show here at Takapoto Estate this weekend. Was the winner of yesterday's horse meter 32 phase with this horse, Double J Breeze On. And she also finished in a 5th equal place on Friday in the 5-year-old tour final with Double J Hurricane. So certainly one of the young riders to keep an eye on. Out of the arena now, coming to the CWD fence.
So Double J Breeze On and Samantha Carrington at the Devil's Dyke. A little bit hesitant, but she jumps over A, B, and C. She's slightly slower than Catherine's time at this stage. Jumps up the bank nicely off the beautifully presented Double J Breeze On.
I'd say with confidence, Dave, that Double J Breeze On probably hasn't seen a devil's dyke or a bank before.
You're probably right there too, Fiona. Like a lot of these horses, as we say, the Devil's Dyke not really common in New Zealand. Unfortunate rail there at fence 14 for Double J Breeze On. They can still finish in the minor placings though, as with only the 2 clears so far, and we've got 8 placings to give out in the beautiful Bellevue Arena. APL Takapoto Estate Show Jumping Carnival, week 1. Samantha Carrington, Double J Breeze On, just the 1 rail. They'll finish on 4 faults. Their time of 1:25.66 will slot them at this stage into 4th place. At this stage, Double J Breeze On and Samantha Carrington.
The bell goes for our next combination in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. This is Savannah Sterling on course now. She's 21 years old, studying a Bachelor of Science in Psychology at the University of Auckland. She works also at Sterling Collection Equestrian, the family business, and she'd like to acknowledge her parents, sponsors and supporters. She rides the 16-year-old station-bred gelding known as Nahiwi Lenny, bred by Bruce Holden and owned by the Sterling family. Eight placings with $2,000 going to the winner of this class. Catherine Van Tool very close to taking that home. Still another 7 riders to come though. And our 8th place getter, the quickest of the 12 falters, Jeremy Whale and AMS Ajaccio NZPH. So as we near the end of the draw, looks like it'll need to be 8 faults or less to be in the money today.
Yeah, and with those 7 combinations, there is some very, very capable riders and combinations. If we go off form this year, not only is our next rider out very, very quick against the clock, we have a former winner of this class, Emma Gaze, as well as Olympian Clark Johnston. Still to go on their second mounts. Savannah Sterling, Nahiwi Lenny. 6 from home at this stage. Comes down this lovely line, down the middle of Bellevue Arena. 4 jumping obstacles. 14, 15, A and B, and 16 are the numbered fences of this 18 numbered fences course. Beautifully designed in Bellevue Arena by Michel. Come all the way from France. A big thank you to him. Heads to the last now. Savannah Sterling aboard Nahiwi Lenny. .1:30.30 is the time for Savannah Sterling and Nahiwi Lenny. 4 faults. They'll go into 5th at this stage. Savannah Sterling and Nahiwi Lenny. The Symes Memorial Speed Derby set at 1:25. Time to beat 1:24.78 and clear.
Well, that 4 faults from Savannah Sterling means, Dave, that we say farewell, unfortunately, to Jeremy Whale. He was clinging on to 8th place, but unfortunately not to be today. So our 7th and 8th place getters at this stage sit on 8 faults. So these riders are going to have to work hard now to be in the money. And next on course is Kirsten Worker. She's number 21 in the draw. She's from Clevedon up in Auckland and rides Melanie's Choice, 9-year-old by One Eye out of April Rain, bred and owned by Alan Crowley.
Clear to fence 8 at the moment is Kirsten aboard Melanie's Choice. Her time needs to be at around about 53, 54 when she lands after this fence to keep up with Catherine's time. And she's about a second behind. Comes to the Devil's Dyke. Gives her a little bit of encouragement. Pops down over A, B and C. We know this combination can be quick. They've won a number of Pro-Am classes this year, but it is a long way around this beautiful Bellevue Arena in the Symes Memorial Derby. The time to beat 124.78. But they do need to go clear. And she is 6 from home. Kirsten Worker aboard Melanie's Choice. Gives it a little bit of a rattle. Looking to take the inside line. The time will be very quick. Unfortunately, takes one out at the front of the pony vertical. Comes to the last. Wow, Kirsten, very, very quick time. 1:16.53, the quickest of the day so far. Unfortunately, one rail. She'll slot into third place at the moment with just the 2 clears, Catherine Van Til and Clark Johnstone. So Catherine would have been having a very, very, very big look at Kirsten's time. She still holds the lead. Catherine Van Til on Centavino. And Symes Memorial Speed Derby set at 1:25. Time to beat 1:24.78 and clear.
I think it's carried over from the ESNZ database, this bit here. So who's this now, Monica? Monica Oakley back on course now. We saw her out as the third rider a little while ago with Artist, and back now to have another crack at this Michelle Ismailin designed Derby course on a rail there at 5A. She rides Acrobat this time, 9-year-old warm blood thoroughbred cross gelding by Eurosport Centavos, a beautiful gelding indeed. So 4 faults now as she makes her way out of the Bellevue Arena and over the CWD fence at number 6.
So sits on 8 faults at the moment. Does Monica aboard her second ride. Acrobat. Very nice eventer is Acrobat for Monica. They've won a number of classes eventing this year. Turning their hand to show jumping. And why wouldn't you at this lovely APL Takapoto show jumping estate. Show jumping show. The first week of our 2-week show here. And you couldn't ask for a better venue. Bellevue Arena to spend a lovely Sunday afternoon. Those of you watching via Sky Next, if you get a chance next week, shoot on down here to Lake Karapiro, 2 hours south of Cambridge. It is well worth the trip. Any trip south of the Bombays is well worth it. Get out of Auckland and shoot down here. There's accommodation available around Cambridge as well. Come to this beautiful APL Takapoto show jumping show. Puts her out of the top. 131.88 for Monica Oakley. And Acrobat 12 faults, a time of 1:31.88. Puts them out of the placings at the moment in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby.
Well, we've just got 4 combinations to go in this class, and hope to see a couple more clear rounds at least. Jasmine Speak making her way to the start flags now, and that first fence, the Takapoto Estate Pinot Noir 2012. We sampled some of that last night here in the judges box. It was absolutely beautiful. Jasmine riding DSE Beyond Compare, an 8-year-old thoroughbred mare by Perfectly Ready out of Hemem. Jasmine's a full-time rider. She's just 17 years old, based in Cambridge. And she's won the Junior Rider One-Day Champs 2 years running.
Another one of our young riders looking to head overseas at the end of this season is Jasmine. Our season running until Easter here in New Zealand for show jumping. Finishing off at the wonderful Glistening Waters Series finals down in Masterton, Solway Showgrounds. We see Jasmine Speak, DSE Beyond Compare. They head to the Devil's Dyke. As you'll see there from the Bellevue Arena, the beautiful Lake Karapiro, Waikato River in the background. So halfway around the track now, DSE Compare and Jasmine Speak. Comes to the Liverpool now, a little water underneath the vertical rails. Lowers that element, so that'll be 4 faults added to Jasmine's tally. Should you lower the highest most element of a fence, you will incur 4 faults. So she will finish on 20 faults. Will Jasmine in a time of 1:38.94. 1:38.94 and 20. Fence 17, can we get that checked, please? The top rail of fence 17. The Takapoto wine bottles.
Well, it's just 3 combinations to go, and still just the 2 clear rounds, and 5 combinations on 4 faults. Emma Gay's back on course now. As we said earlier on, she was the winner of this class last year with her horse Woodland Bug. She sits in 8th place with Woodland Bug at this stage as the quickest 8 faulter. She's back now to have another crack at this course with Ko-Fi Bug, 9-year-old warm blood cross gelding by Eurosport Centavos out of their broodmare Bush Bug. And this combination were the winners of the Bronze Tour final here last year. So certainly a very capable combination. Emma knows the course now. She knows where she can save some time, and she'll know that to be in the money or to be in the lead, take home that $2,000 purse, she's got to be clear and quicker than 1:24.78.
Yeah, another one of these very successful Eurosport Centavos progeny. Emma aboard Ko-Fi Bug. They need to be at about 54 when they jump fence 9 to be anywhere near the time of 1:24.78. About 1 second behind, but the time can be caught up, as we saw Kirsten's time catch up after fences 12. She's safely through the Devil's Dyke. A little bit hesitant at the top was Ko-Fi Bug. Comes to fence 12. A little bit hesitant there at the Liverpool, but she's clear at the Liverpool nonetheless. Comes to the final 6 combinations across the big, beautiful Bellevue Arena. Safely through the double. 3 to go. Ko-Fi Bug, Emma Gaze. Time to beat 124.78. An unfortunate rail there at the second to last for Emma. She won't go into the lead. Well, it was a quick enough time, 123.02, but unfortunately the Takapoto Estate Central Otago Pinot fence top rail comes off and causes 4 faults to go onto the score of Emma Gaze and Ko-Fi Bug. They will slot into 4th place in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby APL Takapoto Estate Show Jumping Show.
Well, 4th place is certainly a better place to be than 8th place, which is where she sat with Woodland Bug. So they bump off the leaderboard, and Emma sitting in 4th place now with 2 combinations left to go. And firing her way around the course now. This is Katie Prugine, VPS Call Me Cash. 8-year-old Blue Roan Gelding. Unfortunately, a disobedience there at the St Andrew's Church. And as Dave said, those of you who'd like to come down and watch the second week of the Takapoto Estate show jumping can see the actual building for real in Cambridge. It's one of the very beautiful buildings in Cambridge, St Andrew's Church, just at the roundabout as you head into the Cambridge Main Street. So we stop the clock to rebuild the fence. Oh, sliding into that one again. So 6 seconds added to her clock time once again. Katie Prugine, VPS Call Me Cash. Well, I think that looks like an elected retirement there from Katie Prugine. Having a stop, 2 stops actually, at the second fence. At this height, 1.25 m, a 3rd disobedience results in elimination. But when you've had 2 disobediences at fence 3, it's a long way round a course with 18 jumps in it. So we bid them farewell. Our final combination out on course now. We welcome back Clark Johnston. He already sits in 2nd place as the 2nd clear round. Only 2 clear rounds in this class with his horse Aces High. His time was 1:31.60. So he's going to want to go quicker this time. See if he can beat Catherine Van Tool's time of 1:24.78 seconds. Watermill Hadley is his 2nd horse, an 8-year-old Dutch warm blood gelding by Karen Bull out of Van Kriller, owned by Amanda Furby Walker. So he receives his bell and off he goes, our Rio Olympian, Clark Johnston, Watermill Hadley.
So Watermill Hadley and Clark Johnstone, they know the score. They have to go clear. And as Fiona said earlier, Clark's first ride out on Aces High, he had a time of 1:31. He will know full well where he can take 6 seconds off this track. Watermill, Hadley and Clark Johnstone. From De Watermolen stable in Holland, Qian Cooper and the crew at De Watermolen in Haaksbergen in Holland. He comes now to fence 8. It's just a simple canter through. It is a judged, but it's not an obstacle. Nicely over the little gate there for Clark. His time is slightly slower than Catherine's, but we have seen it being made up in the second part of this course. He knows he's got to go clear. If he jumps clear, it'll just determine where he finishes. First and third or second and third. He needs to pick up the pace, does Clark, if he wants to get the time of 1:24.78. Clark will have the ride already planned out. 6 from home. Clark Johnstone aboard Watermill Hadley. Can we go the last combination take the win, or will it be the first combination takes the win? That determines it. But for minor placings, Clark's time will be the determining factor. Should he have no more rails? 2 from home. Clark Johnstone. Watermill Hadley comes to the last. Well, a rail there at the last 4. Clark aboard Watermill Hadley will leave them with 8 faults in 1:28.34. But led from the start to the finish. The first combination out. Centavino and Catherine Van Til, they will take the win in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby. One of the only 2 clears. They went round in a time of 1:24.78. We'll get confirmation of the minor placings, but the $2,000 check will go to Centavino and Catherine Van Til and Symes Memorial Speed Derby in this wonderful Bellevue Arena, set on the shores of Lake Karapiro in the mighty Waikato, lovely green grass. And Fiona will be back with us shortly with the minor placings in the Symes Memorial Speed Derby, where we will get ready for presentations.
Well, our judges have confirmed those minor placings for the Symes Memorial Speed Derby, and as David said, the winner of the class took a very early lead, came out, rode a super round. Catherine Van Til and Centavino came home all clear in a time of 1:24.78 seconds. Clark Johnston with Aces High finished in second place as the only other clear round. Slightly slower time though, 1:31.60 seconds. In third place, Kirsten Worker, the quickest of the 4 faulters. She finished in a time of 1:16.53 seconds. Fourth place goes to Emma Gaze and Ko-Fi Bug, last year's winner with her horse Woodland Bug. So fourth place today for Emma, finishing also with 4 faults in a time of 1:23.02 seconds. In 5th place on Horse Sports Iron Walter, Bernard Denton, who finished with 4 faults in a time of 1:25.22 seconds. Our 6th place getter was Samantha Carrington and Double J Brison. They had 4 faults in 1:25.67 seconds. In 7th place, Sabrina Sterling, Nahiwi Lenny. They picked up 4 faults as well and finished in a time of 1:30.30 seconds. And our 8th and final place going to Blythe Tape with Xanthus 3. 4 faults as well for this combination, a time of 1:45.45 seconds. So a huge congratulations to our winner Catherine Van Tuyl and Centovino, as well as to our other place getters. We will just put the winning rug onto Centovino, and we'll bring the riders back into the Bellevue Main Arena very shortly for our prize presentation.
Okay, guys, here we go. So this is the winner and the place getters in the Anne Symes Memorial Class. And we'd just like to take a little moment just to reflect. Anne Symes was a wonderful friend of ours. She was a professional show jumping lady in her own right. She was Tokarai born and bred. She has a twin sister, Jackie, who's here today to represent her. So Anne passed away a few years ago from the dreaded cancer, and what a fantastic day we've put on for her today. So Anne, if you're watching us, thank you for being with us. Jackie's here, and Mitch as well, who's been a big supporter of Anne's. And also we have Lorraine Miles, which was Anne's best friend. So a memorial with a lot of feeling today for a very dear friend of ours, and what a lovely way for it to finish with Catherine Van Tuyl winning it for us today. Thank you, Catherine, for coming along, and for Clark Johnston, you were close behind, but anyway, very nice. It's a lineup of event riders I see for it, just pretty much except for those. But anyway, congratulations to Catherine Van Tuyl. And Catherine, I'm just going to give you the mic, and if you'd just like to say a few words, please.
It's my first time riding at Takapoto. I can't believe it's taken a couple of years to get here, but just love the place. So thanks heaps to all the sponsors. It's been a magic show. My sponsors, Macmillan's, and yeah, this guy was very cool. First derby, I think he loved it out there.
Seen you around for a while, Catherine, but you're still riding as well as ever, so congratulations. And our Olympic hopeful for this year, young Clark Johnston. Well done, Clark, beaten by the girl, but you know, it was a great performance. And I was just going to give you the mic as well for 2 seconds.
Thank you, Vaughan. Yeah, it was a great competition, and pretty impressive. Catherine leading from pillar to post, and I tried pretty hard to beat her, but didn't quite manage, but really enjoyed the competition. I think it's the first time I've ever actually done a derby, and really enjoyed it. Thank you to Mitch and Kate and the entire Takapoto team for putting on this amazing show. We're so lucky to be here.
Nicely said, Clark, and thank you. And congratulations. And our third prize getter, Kirsten Worker. So not an event rider, but a very accomplished girl in her own right. Okay. Are you waiting to wait for them? Very nice. She is a bit. Here we go, Mitch. This is correct. This is Kirsten Workout. Yeah. Yeah. So, Jackie, this is Kirsten. Did you see Clark? Yeah. Yeah. And this is young Kirsten Worker. And we have Emma Gaze. So we put a ribbon on here and left her out the back. Yeah. So the winner from last year was Emma Gaze, and she was 4th today, and it's a bit ribbon shy, so we previously decorated it and brought her in. Okay. And our 5th place goes to Bernard Denton. Congratulations, Bernard. Sixth place goes to young Samantha Carrington. Oh, you're the Jacob girl twin, aren't you? Well done, you. Yeah. How's he bred? Yeah, you can go. How's he bred? How did you go? Did you go clear round? Did you? A pretty good effort from a young lady. Congratulations, Samantha. And yeah, and this is Mitch, Samantha. Hey, Savannah Sterling, congratulations. What's your horse? Good on you. I haven't been around the eventing tracks for a while, so I haven't seen you kids much. And this is Mitch Plore. Oh, look at this, and look at this in the lineup. Look at the. Okay, so here we have Blythe Tape, who was one of our international event riders. He was a 2-time Olympic champion and a 2-time world champion, and he tells me he's about to retire. He's got one more competition, so this will be the last time we'll see Blythe on this turf, so it's great to have him out here. One more competition and his career is done. So Blythe, congratulations. I'm going to give you the mic.
I just want to echo everyone else's words of thank you very, very much to Mitch and to Kate and to Jamie and everyone involved. This is such a fantastic show, and it's an honour to be here. Thank you very much.
Spoken like a true champion, Blythe, and congratulations. Okay, guys, so I've got some requests from the photographers. Just stay here with us, guys. Just stay here with us, guys. Those photographers are fairly needy. We've got to look after them. Just get the photo. Just get the photo. Hold on, old man. Would you have been right up there? Stay here. Stay here. Got it. Alrighty. Got what you need. You happy, girls? Okay, Catherine, if you could just lead us around the side. We'd like you to come around twice. Stay hard there. Okay, guys, so once around, please, and we'll have Catherine coming around twice for us, and away we go. Thanks very much. Yeah, well done. So we've got to come up, guys. So here we have the winner and the place gettings in the Anne Symes Memorial. First, Catherine Van Thiel, Clark Johnston, Kristen Worker, Emma Gaze, Bernard Denton, Savannah Sterling, and Blythe Tape, our Olympic champion. Congratulations, guys.
Well, what a fantastic class that was. A great Symes Memorial Derby. And congratulations once again to our winner of the class, Catherine Van Tool and Centavino. We're making some changes here in the Bellevue Main Arena in preparation for our final class of the day. And we will be back with more show jumping action at 1:30 when we bring you our Horse Grand Prix. So you've got plenty of time now to grab something to eat and drink, have a wander around, watch some of the other classes in the APL Sand Arena, and we will be back here with our Horse Grand Prix in the Bellevue Main Arena at 1:30 p.m.